Within our TV show, we have many dynamic characters, including Mufasa, the original leader of the organization. He just exhibits excellent management skills. He understands his duties and responsibilities as the leader of the company. He listens to his employees, he respects his employees, and he demonstrates excellent integrity. He is highly loyal as well to his family and to his company, and is an excellent overall leader and CEO of the organization. Simba is the son of Mufasa and the nephew of Scar, and he goes through a few phases during the course of our TV show. Initially, he comes off as overconfident and has a hard time understanding the consequences of his decisions and actions. Though Mufasa does his best to teach him his potential leadership skills that he'll need as the future leader, being that he's so young, he has a hard time grasping those concepts. Later in the show, he realizes that his place is as leader, and he starts to develop those leadership roles, including being the figurehead of the organization, monitoring what goes on within the organization, as well as disturbance handling, as well as just overall management of the organization. Scar is the brother of Mufasa and the uncle of Simba. Scar is highly intelligent, manipulative, and arrogant, and doesn't like the fact that he's not in control of the company. He feels he should be the one rightfully in control. His management style tends to be more dictatorial. However, he is not a good resource allocator. He generally doesn't know how to work with people, and as a result, his management skills are quite poor. Nala is the childhood friend of Simba and displays excellent moral rights as well as decision making, and she tends to help Simba determine where his place is within the organization. She is influential in bringing Simba back from his exile and allowing him to take his place as the rightful leader of the organization. Timon and Pumbaa are friends to Simba during his exile and play a critical supporting role in Simba's decision to reestablish himself as the leader. They end up becoming instrumental in the organization once Simba does reestablish himself as the rightful leader, and therefore they become stakeholders in the organization. Timon and Pumbaa exhibit excellent entrepreneurial and adaptability. They've learned to adapt to their environment and are highly successful at surviving.
Episode 1 of our TV series will feature 3 scenes. First, we must introduce the character Mufasa, the current CEO of Pride Rock, and the next character is Simba, the successor to Pride Rock. Pride Rock is the headquarters of the family-owned business, and Mufasa is planning on having Simba to be the next successor of his corporation. Therefore, Simba will be touring the office and learn the responsibility of the managerial roles. Scene 1. Mufasa has decided that it is time to finally introduce Simba to all the employees of Pride Rock. Therefore, Simba is seen walking alongside Mufasa, making their ways to the office. With an emergency meeting being declared, all the employees begin to gather to see what the meeting is about. Scene 2. Upon arriving at the office, Simba is being introduced to all the employees as the next successor. However, Simba won't immediately take over as the CEO of Pyrock, as Simba is very young and inexperienced. Therefore, all the employees are asked to look after him. Simba will need to develop experience in being a leader and as the figurehead of Pyrock, but also in areas where he will be responsible for being the spokesperson, negotiator, and assume the role of an entrepreneur. Scene 3. As the introduction of Simba is finished, Mufasa is seen alongside Simba looking over Pylands. Pylands are all the resources and assets that belongs to the company. Simba is being told by Mufasa to understand the extent of the CEO's authority, that Simba must not abuse his power, but learn how to lead everyone towards the path of success, where oppositions might appear before him from time to time.
Scene 4. In this scene, Scar is the partner who only cares about his own profits. His moral views of the world is that less of regulations are better for a company. He is tired of the regulations that Mufasa puts on the management teams. He believes that Mufasa is exploiting all the resources that he should have. Scar is actually a partner that owns about 30% of Pride Rock Industries. The shareholders own 20%, and the other is owned by his brother named Mufasa. He pursues the shareholder by showing to him how much money is not being made due to all the rules and the regulations that Mufasa has laid. And in scene 5, Timon and Pumbaa are the two known CEOs of a separate company called TP Inc. They discover Simba laying in the sand that they've taken taking him under their wings and show him the management skills. Later on the show, you will see that Pride Rock and TP Inc. partner up in a synergy style management to create a new Pride Rock. And in scene 6, you got Nala, the one that becomes a whistleblower that comes across Simba while searching for the outside investors to maintain Pride Rock afloat.
In scene 7, Simba becomes fed up with Scar's management style. He decides to challenge Scar into a turnover of power and takes back control of Pride Rock Inc. Once Pride Rock Inc. is under Simba's control, all the shareholders and investors are satisfied with the outcome.
In conclusion, Simba is the rightful leader of Pride Rock Inc. Simba was unsure of himself, and he was also unsure of his leadership skills. He had an internal turmoil being Scar was his uncle. But Scar was also his top competitor for being successor for the company. After finding the company was losing a multitude of resources, such as money and employee, Simba decided to challenge Scar for the head position of the company. Simba realized a leader must not only think about profits, but the overall well-being of the company and its employees. He realized he had multiple roles to fulfill. To be a leader, he must be able to manage the company by being able to monitor crucial developments within the business, allocate resources efficiently for profits, and know the general environment, such as social, cultural, technological, economic, political, legal, and global forces to improve the organization's effectiveness. With this in mind, he became a very successful leader of Pride Rock.